Good morning, everyone. Yes, today we are going to talk about the most remarkable achievement in modern science, or we can say in modern medicine. Okay, that is, what is it? Organ donation. Today, 13th August, is remembered as World Organ Donation Day. So, it is a subject that has science, ethics, and generosity all at once. So, today we are going to talk about all those things. Now, over the period, we are going to walk next 30 minutes about the what actually is organ donation, why it matters a lot about the donors and the recipients. Then next we are going to talk about how it began, the story of the very first successful transplant, and where the our country India and world stand now. So we are going to talk about all these things. First is, so the gift of life. First is the what is organ donation? We have heard about many donation like money donation, flower donation, any so many things in schools, in temples, in so many places. But today we are going to talk about organ donation. It is nothing but it's a surgical removing of healthy organ from one person and transplanting it into other person's body. So the person who is giving the his organ, he is called the donor, and the person who in whose body the organ is transplanted is called the recipient. So widely we will see the donation are of two broad categories. Those are the living donation and the deceased cadaver donation. What is living donation? A person who is alive, he will donate his organ, which is a spare organ for him. So in that we can see what are the things in that, the after giving the organ, after donating the organ, also a person can survive, he can live a very healthy life. Suppose how many kidneys we have in our body? Three, five. How many kidneys do we have? Two kidneys. So if you can spare one kidney to any needy people whose kidney is affected or has been damaged or has failure because of some injury or because of some uh, health problem, so that person can take the kidney, and again the person who has donated his kidney can lead a very healthy life, children, no doubt. So these days commonly donation is on kidney only. Now when we talk about the deceased or the cadaver donation, this will, the recovery of the organ will be done after the person is died. After the person has died, that is called the deceased donation. Okay, so suddenly and all of a sudden it can't happen. For this, proper channel is there, that through that channel you have to go next, the complete verification from an independent doctor, who from a doctor who is independent of transplant system. If he will approve that a body that the person has got brain dead or cardiac dead, then only his organ will be transplanted, will be taken out. These days many people are going through the wrong way, like you might have heard of kidney smuggling and all those things. So these things are not done in this. Proper channel is there when we are getting the organ from a deceased donation. Next thing we will see, the early roots of transplant medicine. Here, first is in 1869, Jacques Louis, he did skin grafting children. Skin grafting is mostly done in the body where burnt is there, or some because of some accident, some injury is there on the outer part of the skin. So this person, he did his first skin grafting in 1869. In 1902, Emmerich Ullmann performed a dog-to-dog kidney transplantation in Vienna. Means dog-to-dog means transplantation is done not only in human body, in animals also. Later we are going to see more exciting things. Now in 1833, UU Voronoi attempts the first human kidney transplant, but it failed. Okay, so again, another victim, Peter Medaver, studied burn victims, identifying the precise cause of tissue rejection. So it's not that all the time the doctors, the surgeon, they succeeded. There were many failure also, but that failure opened the door of new things, door of adventure. Now, next, December 23rd, 1954, it's a remarkable, a very important day, children. What is that day? That is the first successful organ transplant was done. In this, a young surgeon, his name was Dr. Joseph E. Murray. He, what he did, he was a very good surgeon, and he transplanted kidney. There is a story. There were two twin brothers. You know what are twin brothers or sisters who looks alike? Okay, their tissues, their immune system are quite alike. So one was Richard and other was Ronald. Richard was very sick, and he was he was, I think, 23 years old, and was dying of kidney disease. Then his brother, his twin brother Ronald, came forward, and he decided to donate his kidney. Because how many kidneys do we have? We have two kidneys. So if one kidney is donated, other person can survive. So he came forward, and then Dr. Murray, he transplanted Ronald's kidney with a delicate 5.5 hours of operation, and successfully it was done. But the immune system, or we can say the tissue of Richard, very nicely accepted it, because they were twins, and the tissue and the immune system of Richard did not reject it, because they were twins. It matched, and it was a very successful operation. But again, Dr. Murray, he did not stop there. Again, in 1990, he was Dr. Murray, Dr. Joseph E. Murray, he was awarded the Nobel Prize for this pioneering work. But he and his team did not stop here. Now, two twin transplantation was done. Now they moved further, what to do with unidentical tissues, unidentical person. So they moved forward, and later on we will see that doctors. Yes, in 1959 to 1962, success with non-identical sibling. Richard and Ronald, they were twin brothers, okay? But next they did the experiment with non-identical siblings and unrelated donors using early radiation and drugs. The first liver operation was done by Dr. Thomas, human liver transplant. The first heart by Dr. Christian Bernard performed the first human to human heart transplant. Everywhere we are saying human to human, human to human. Actually, not only human to human. This is done now recently. We'll talk about it. Okay. Now 1881 to 1883, cyclosporin. This is the drug which is used for survival. Okay, that is the introduction of the that is immunosuppressant cyclosporine dramatically improves survival rate, transforming transplantation from a risky experiment into routine clinical practice. Before they were doing experiment, but after this medicine, this drug has come, it has become a practice. It has become a routine. So next. Now, deceased donor from one deceased donor can save 8 lives, children. Okay, and if we are donating, not only the organs but the tissues and cells can also be donated. Tissues and cells, let's see what all we can donate. Organs, heart and lungs, liver means a part of liver can also be donated, because liver can build its own. Okay, it can be recovered. Then kidney, both kidneys, pancreas and intestine. These are the organs, but not only organs, we can donate the tissues and cells also, like corneas. What are corneas used for? Any person who is blind, if cornea is donated, he can restore sight. He can again see, able to see again. Now skin grafts, that is a critical treatment for the burn patient. If the body is burned, by skin grafting that can be done. Now bones, tendons, heart valves and body vessels, these can be reconstructed, and again the cardiac procedure can be done thoroughly. It will start functioning properly. Last is the bone marrow and the stem cells. Those patients who are suffering with blood cancers or any immune disorders, if the bone marrows and the stem cells are donated, they can survive and they can lead a very healthy life. Now, this is the how donation is done, children. This is, we can call it a donation journey. First is you have to do the registration. Okay, registration, that is donor sign up and clearly communicates wishes to next of kin. Signs up means, in India there is one organization, that is NOTO, that is NOTTO. The full form of NOTO is National Organs and Tissue Transplant Organization. Okay, NOTO. So if donation is done in India, we will go through NOTO. No cheating, no backdoors, nothing is there. So first is you have to do the registration, and the registration will be done either in your state portal or through noto.administration.government.co.in. Okay, so first registration should be done. After that, compulsory you have to share your ideas, your willingness to your family members. Next is independent confirmation. Independent doctors confirm brain cardiac death eligibility, means the doctor will wait for, the patient has to wait till his death, and after it is examined by the doctor who is independent of the transplant system, he will check and then approval will be given. Next is family concern. After death also, the counselors, the best counsel of the hospital, of the transplant system, will go to the family. They will counsel them, they will ask their willingness, and then only they will proceed to the process. Next is matching of the blood type, matching of the tissue type, matching of the organ size. Everything will be matched with what? With the national waiting list of the patient, children. What is the national waiting list? In India, okay, we'll talk it further. Okay, so these things will be asked, and medical urgency. Those who are appropriate, those who are eligible to take those organs, to them only in the waiting list it will be seen and it will be given. Fifth one is the recovery and the transport. Very important. Here is organs are rushed to the recipient hospital in a preservation solution. Um, the I will show you next slide. In that we will see why it should be rushed, because for different organs different time limits are there. Till that only that organ will be alive. Okay, so and last is the transplant. But when we are talking about recovery and transport, it's very important to know about the green corridor. The green corridor means free traffic should be there. Suppose from Vizag to Mumbai, it should be taken. Some organ should be taken from Vizag to Mumbai. From this hospital to the airport, the traffic should be clear, and from there it will be airlifted and it will reach Mumbai. From Mumbai, the traffic should be clear to reach to the transplantation hospital. That is called the green corridor. So these facilities are there, and after that transplantation surgical team implant the organ, recipient begin immunosuppress therapy. Okay, here is a very big chart about how long and can organ be preserved. First organ is heart. It can be preserved for 4 to 6 hours. Lungs 4 to 8 hours. Liver 8 to 12 hours. Pancreas 12 to 18 hours. Kidney 24 to 36 hours. Intestine 4 to 6 hours. Now comes to the tissues and cells. Cornea for several days it can be stored, it can be preserved. Skin for long-term preservation. Bone, tendons, heart valves and blood vessels, long-term preservation. Bone marrow and stem cells, long-term preservation. Then heart valves, long-term preservation. Blood vessels and tendons, long-term preservation. So these are the timing, the hours, how long we can preserve these organs, tissues and cells. Now tell me, what is this? Which train? Which train? Anybody? Any idea? Okay, this is Vande Bharat, children. It made a history in 2026. 3 times it took the live organ. I don't know about the third time, I'm so sorry, but 2 times I know. This is the picture. It happened on 2nd of August this year, 2nd of August, and before it was done on 31st July, where a live heart was transported from Surat to Ahmedabad, and this one from Ankleshwar to again Ahmedabad only, I think. Okay, here you are seeing one person is carrying one trolley. Are you seeing one trolley? In the trolley, the live heart is there in the preservative. So Vande Bharat, it's an express train. In that it was transported, it was carried. It was a really created history by Vande Bharat, that live live heart was carried for transplantation. Here is the chart of the weight. Now, as Devi of 9th Sivan, she told that many people are suffering. Still, they are waiting for the replacement of their organs. They are dying. They are waiting. They want help from the society. They want help from the nation. You know how many are waiting? From India, 90,000 patients are waiting. Is it not our responsibility to donate our organs, children? And in India, but the high rate in 2025, total 20,138 transplantation was done. It was donated maybe by the living donors or by the deceased donors. And in United States, 11 people die every single day while waiting for a kidney. Okay, so transform terminal prognosis into survival, eliminates dependence on machines and endless hospital visits. Meaning what? If anybody is going wrong with his kidney, again he has to go and he has to attend many dialysis children. To avoid that, if transplantation is there done of a kidney, then he can live a very healthy life. Now this is the experience, impact of the living donor and the deceased donor. The living donor, there are many people in our steel plant, many of our friends, I mean those who are male, and they have donated their kidneys to their wives and still they are surviving, they are leading a very healthy life. Now the deceased donor family experience, family, they actually, deceased donor means maybe the family member has got some injury, some major accident and they have lost their family, but when they are donating the organs, on the other side their feeling is, okay, we have lost our loved ones, but yes, because of their organs some other people are surviving in this world. So this is the weightage and the burden. Burden is currently 82% of India's transplants rely on living donors only, placing immense pressure on family to find a living relative match, as deceased donation remains at only 18%. They want, actually live donors can donate their organs to the family members or to the close relatives. Okay. Now these are the myths and the reality. Just now we saw in the video. What are the myths? Means misconceptions. And what is the reality? So we have to be very aware of all the things. So doctors don't try. The myth is a misconception that doctors don't try as hard to save the life of registered donor, but it's not like that, children. We have already seen the videos in ICU. Team and transplant teams are strictly legally separated. Saving the patient is always the first priority. Second myth is organ donation disfigures the body and alters funeral arrangements. This is completely a myth. No disfiguring of the body will be there. The recovery is a highly respectful surgical procedure. The body is fully reconstructed, allowing for open casket funerals. Myth is major religious forbid organ donation. Wrong. The reality is every major global religion officially supports organ donation, viewing it as the highest act of charity and compassion, means love. So there are some more systematic hurdles which we should be aware, and that awareness should be given to the society. Now, in this presentation, the most important and the most vulnerable word I want to talk about is xenotransplantation. That is the first genetically modified pig kidney transplanted into a living patient. Okay, till now we have seen human to human transplantation, but this is the genetically modified pig kidney transplanted into a human body. Second American patient, he received the genes edited pig kidney into his body till he waited for the human organ, but again he survived for many days after transplantation of the kidney from pig. The current record stands at 271 days of survival, pushing the FDA towards larger trial. Now, when we talk about the technology and bioprinting, digital infrastructure, all these are AI, children. Through AI also, the prediction of the patient who want the uh, organs can be approached. So these are the things. This is the new technology, which is a new thing which was discovered, that is called the xenotransplantation. Yes, now these are the, now the question comes how we can help. First is registration, that is through, as I told, that is through noto, that is noto.administration.government.in. It takes less than 5 minutes till children. Next, you have to talk to your parents. Then carry a card. Card means like your ID card, you will get a card when you are donating your organs. Next is spread awareness. There are so many myths in the society among us, so you have to carry the awareness to the society. Okay, now last but not the least, these are the celebrities who have pledged to donate organs: Rajnikant, Priyanka Chopra, Salman Khan, Aishwarya Rai, Amitabh Bachchan, Rani Mukherjee. These are only few I have shown. They have donated their organs, children. Now, one decision can save 8 lives, children. One decision can save 8 lives. Now, I want to leave you with this, that from a single kidney transplanted between twin brothers in 1954 to gene edited organs, that is pig organ, and AI matched registries, today the most advanced technology on India still relies on one thing, that is human generosity. That is generosity, we can say that generosity, once generosity can can completely rewrite other person's future. Okay, so I would encourage each one of you to think about it seriously and after today. Okay, and think of organ donation. Thank you so much.